Hi, I am Josh Korngut from Dread Central. Okay, hi guys, how's it going today?
Hi,
Good. How
good.
are
How about you?
you?
Great, thank you. Congrats on the film. What's it
Thank you
like
so
now
much.
that the whole world finally gets to see it?
It's amazing because we
Yeah,
had to wait a while because it got
yeah,
delayed.
yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like so far the fans have been nothing but nice, so I'm really excited for them to see it.
Awesome. How are you guys with horror movies? Do you like them? Do they freak you out?
Both. I love them and they
Yeah,
also freak me out.
same.
Okay,
Yeah, I love horror movies. I love like the thrill of it. I am always at the edge of my seat, and so I love them so much. So my first film doing this is definitely something special.
was there ever a horror movie or show that like really messed you up when you were smaller kids?
Well, there was this show that my sister did, or she was in. It's called The Haunting of Hill House. I thought that show was the most interesting horror thing that I had ever seen. And so I just couldn't stop watching, even though I was terrified. And but it was so worth it because it was such an interesting show. But at the end, when I was done watching it, every time I went to sleep, I would like get scared that the bent neck lady was around me.
Yeah, for me it was the first Nightmare on Elm Street, wherein Johnny Depp got pulled under like in the bed. I used to sit in my bed and just kind of get scared, so I just kind of I used to like sleep at like a little thing on the floor. My parents like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." That scared me for a long time.
Have you seen any of the other ones or just the first one?
I've seen all of them. It's a little blurry because I binge watched them like a couple of years ago, so they're all a bit of a blur, but they were all funny. I love them.
Were you guys ever freaked out on set or was it always totally, cool and collective?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was always cool and collective.
yeah.
But there was one time when I went into the basement, the soundstage for the basement, which was scary because it was so dark, and the basement itself is just terrifying. So yeah, it kind of sent shivers down my spine when I walked in there.
Yeah, it kind of feels like what I love so much about the basement is it kind of feels like it's a character of its own. Kind of
Yeah.
you look on the walls and stuff, and you know it's like almost already what's happened there. So that was really cool.
What's it like playing siblings? Did you get to know each other before you started filming?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's awesome. We got along right away, so that made it so easy to work
yeah.
together. And Mason did an incredible job, and I hope I get to work with
Likewise.
him
Yeah,
in the future.
same.
Amazing. What was it like working with Ethan Hawke? He's such an icon.
Yeah, he's yeah he is. He's such an incredible actor and an even better human being. I mean, just the way he just the way he took on the role of the grabber is so scary. Remember when I first met him on Zoom, first talked to him, he when we did like a little chemistry read, he panned the camera down where I couldn't see his face, and he started reading the lines, and it was I couldn't not smile during it. He's so amazing.
Cool. Did you get a chance to work with Ethan Hawke as well?
No, sadly, not. But when I saw him in like the scary mask and makeup, and when I was watching the movie, I was like, maybe it's a good thing that I didn't get to meet him in person.
Yeah, definitely. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
The thing
Sometimes.
is, kind of, yes. I kind
Okay.
of do, yeah.
Yeah,
What?
sometimes when my like close friends tell me stories, then I'm like, oh my gosh, that's terrifying. That was totally a ghost.
So my dad loves like he watched ghost stories and stuff on like TV and stuff. So he totally believes in it, I think. So he's always saying like, look at this video, Mason. Look at this. Look at this. This is so real. I'm like, sure, Dad. Sure, Dad.
Have you ever had an experience in real life where you think maybe you've seen a ghost or felt a ghost or anything supernatural like that?
There was this one time I didn't like see anything, but I was working in this like scary old house for the show that I was on or that I'm on, and there was this baby doll, and it was all broken and its head was broken too, which was terrifying. And I was like, oh, something is possessing that doll. And then there was a bunch of scary old photos, which definitely gave me ghost creepy vibes.
Yeah, I bought a Chucky doll one time, and yeah, I bought a Chucky. I don't know why I bought a Chucky doll, but I
Why?
did. It was like a life-size Chucky doll. It was
Oh my
super terrifying,
gosh.
and I put him in my I couldn't have him in my room, and then every day for some reason he kept on moving,
Oh
like
my
his eyes would
gosh.
move. And then it happened for a month, and I tried to get my mom to call a priest, and I found out it was my sister just moving it every day.
That's terrifying.
it was pretty scary.
Yeah, that's really scary. Anyone in your family think that they're psychic, or you guys?
No, but I like to pretend that I am sometimes.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Um, have your parents seen this movie yet?
Yes.
Yes, both of my parents
They've
have.
cried both times.
Yep.
I was gonna say,
same.
was it hard for them? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I when I first watched it, I made my entire family sit in a different row than me. I was at the top, just kind of watching their reactions, and then I just heard like a little whimpering, and I look over, my dad's like sobbing.
I think it's gonna be a tough movie for parents to watch in general.
Yeah, definitely.
Mason, if you could be in any other horror movie franchise, what would it be?
That's
a hard
really hard to
question.
answer. Like with Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, I couldn't choose. I really couldn't.
Okay, it seems like you're definitely like a horror buff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to choose.
What did you think of The Mask? I thought The Mask in this movie was so terrifying.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. I loved how there were different parts to it. It really gave it gave the grabber so much character.
Yeah, I love that it switched from
Yeah.
sad to happy or
So
like
creepy.
angry.
And he can like take them
frustrated.
apart and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mask is super terrifying. That's one of my favorite parts of the grabber.
Why do you think The Mask was sad whenever he was ready to be like violent or really scary? Why was it sad?
I don't know. I know that the grabber definitely has some inner demons, so maybe something's going on internally, but I feel like that's for the fans to defer.
Yeah, also, I feel like whenever it's sad, he thinks Finney's gonna like be rude or try to escape or something, and he's just ready to rip him a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Tom Savini worked on this movie. He's the one that designed The Mask, and he
Mask,
did
yeah.
Friday the 13th. Have you seen that one?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch all of these really young or sort of recently?
I remember the first Friday, I'm trying to remember the first horror movie I watched was Friday the 13th, and my mom put it on when I was like 4 or 5. Me and my sister were fighting, and she just
Whoa.
put us in front of the TV, and we just watched it, and I don't think we even we just sat there, didn't make a noise, watched the entire movie, and I just watched
That is
horror
a
movies
way
ever
to
since.
quiet your kids.
Definitely, yeah.
Are both your parents fans of horror? Or is it
No,
No, definitely
my
not.
mom hates horror. She's so scared of it, but she does like interesting thriller, kind of spooky. That's why she
Yeah.
loved The Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah, my dad, I watched It Chapter 1 with him in the theaters, and he jumped more than me.
Oh
I
yeah, my
think.
mom can't watch that. I watched it. It was so good.
Yeah.
And I told her that she has to, but she definitely won't.
Did either of you get to meet Joe Hill, who wrote the story, The Black Phone?
Sadly, not
Yeah,
yet, but I want
no.
to so much.
Yeah. Did you get to read the story?
I did. I read it three or 4 times before I
Whoa.
did it and during.
Did you read anything else by Joe Hill?
Me and my mom started reading something. I can't remember the name of it, but we got pretty far into that, and then we realized that I booked Black Phone, so we started doing some other stuff. But I really,
I'm guessing you
I
know
really
that-
should finish that.
I'm guessing you know he's the son of Stephen King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So what about Stephen King? Like, have you seen any of the movies other than It or read any of the books?
Yeah, I remember probably my favorite of Stephen King's is definitely The Shining. That still
I
creeps
want
me
to
out
see
to
that
this day.
so badly.
It's such a great film.
I want to see so many horror movies, but I'm not allowed to.
Yeah,
One day.
one day.
Well, it was so great getting to meet you guys, and congrats
Same
on the
here,
movie.
yeah.
It's excellent.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll talk to you soon.